Hello Taurus, and welcome back to my channel, Ragean's Intuitive Tarot. I am doing this bonus sort of reading for you, Taurus, because I felt like we really connected yesterday, or the last 2 days at least. And I wanted to share with you a sort of, I guess, breakthrough that I had. So as you remember, I was talking about seeing people's level of consciousness and how a particular situation with the spiritual group that I belong to kind of triggered me when I recognized that a lot of the people there didn't have the level of consciousness that I thought they did. And as you know, when something triggers you, it usually is a reflection of something inside yourself. So a lot of you helped me with this breakthrough because I really took some time to sit and meditate on why I was triggered by this particular incident. And the message that I received was, or the lesson that was to be learned here, is the lesson of surrender. And what does that mean, Taurus? Well, sometimes when we want something, we make a plan and we decide, I'm going to do this and this and this, and everything's going to work out just perfectly, and da 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 da. And so we start executing this plan, but sometimes we come across things that don't align with us. And so we need to pivot, we need to change direction, we need to, a lot of times it's spirit guiding us, directing us. So with this incident with the market in my spiritual group, my message here is that I need to surrender to the fact that this particular group, these particular people, not all of them, there are some of them that are on the same level of consciousness that I am, that feel the same way I do. So I know I'm not alone in this. But the lesson here is to surrender, to stop trying to force things, to realize that I no longer align with this particular group, that whatever they were there to teach me or provide for me has been completed. And now it's time to move on to something else. And it's all about having tolerance. Okay, tolerance that, these other people, they are where they at on their journey, and that is okay. And it's okay that I no longer align with them. It's okay that I have a new direction to go in. Whatever I believe, that part of the reason that I was in this group of people anyways was to help build my confidence, to help get me out. Your intuition is a muscle, so it needs to be exercised, it needs to be worked. So that was a way to get started, using my muscle, exercising my abilities, my intuition. So that particular group, they served a great purpose. And that is that particular purpose is no longer in alignment with me. It's like I've passed, I've graduated. I graduated grade 3 and now I get to move into grade 4. So I hope that helps any of you. I hope that resonates. I hope I didn't butcher that. I hope that makes complete sense to somebody out there. Another thing that I wanted to talk about or mention was I have no idea why I told you guys I was a Taurus rising. I'm a Taurus sun, and I have a fun little astrology hack that I wanted to share with you. So your sun sign represents I am. Your moon sign represents with the soul of. And your rising sign can represent the mask that you're wearing, how people see you, but it's not your true nature. So myself personally, I am a Taurus sun, I am a Sagittarius moon, and I am a Virgo rising. So if you put that all together in a sentence, it's like, I am an earth spirit, a musician, the silent one, with the soul of a gypsy, a student, a philosopher, wearing the mask of a servant, a perfectionist, a martyr, the analyst. So I came across that the other day and I thought it was kind of fun. So if you were to look up your sun, moon, and rising, and in order to find your rising sign, you need to have your birth time. But there are lots of places on Google where you can go to find out your birth chart and find out what those planets are and put together your if you put those in the comments, what your sun, moon, and rising are, I can help you string together your little sentence. That kind of gives you some insight into who you are. And usually your rising sign is kind of the thing that you're overcoming. So, for example, my rising sign is, wearing the mask of how people see you, but not your true nature. And that would be a Virgo. And so that people may see me as a perfectionist, a martyr, a servant, an analyst. And my job or role is to step more into my soul, which is that gypsy, the student, the philosopher, the lover of life. And my true nature, of course, I am, is an earth spirit. I have been the silent one. I'm not usually a big talker. That's why this channel is part of my healing, part of opening up, part of expressing some vulnerability. And I think that was another message that I had. Surrender to being authentic, truly authentic and vulnerable. That is where the true magic is. When you can really empathize with somebody's situation, I think that's when you can really reach people and make a difference and help them on their journey. And for the dear soul who has commented saying that they are living in their car, I am putting you in my healing bowl. I do healing for everybody whose name is in there. I do healing every Sunday, and I want to tell you that I empathize with your situation. I was in a similar place. My husband and I, he worked on the rigs. He had an injury. That particular year, the last year before his injury, we had made $100,000 that year. The next year he was injured. He was handed pink slip, he lost his job, and we made $18,000, which was a huge, we had a mortgage, we had 4 kids, we had, anyway, to make a long story short, we did end up losing our home. And my grandmother had just passed away, and so my mother was going to allow us to move into her house and rent it until we could get sorted out and get back on our feet again. And the night that we were supposed to move back there, my cousin had come for a visit, and I explained to her our plans, that we were moving to Grandma's house and we were going to live there for a while. Well, that evening, after she left, shortly after she left, she must have contacted her father, which was my mom's brother. And my mom had led me to believe that she talked to my aunts and uncles and that everything was decided and okay with everybody. Well, apparently it wasn't. And they threatened to sue her if she let us move into that house. So we ended up having to move in with my mom and dad. And my dad was not a big fan of my husband. So needless to say, it did not last. It did not work out very well. And we once again ended up homeless. Actually, I packed up my family in 2 hours and left my parents' house after a big blow up one day. But gratefully, my niece was working away and for 2 weeks at a time, and so she graciously let my family squat at her house for 2 weeks until I could find and secure a place to rent. So I really empathize with you. Like I said, I'm going to put you in my prayer bowl. I'm going to say prayers for you. I bless you on your journey. I only shared that because I want to tell you that things can and do get better. And maybe the part of the message is there's something that you need to surrender. So I feel like I'm just rambling now, but anyways, that was the message that I was drawn. Oh, there was another issue. So again, after this incident, after my triggering, whatever, I was just kind of feeling depleted. And again, I surrendered. I'm not usually one to, I always take care of my responsibilities. I always take care of myself last. But the other day, I told my husband, I'm really depleted. I can't keep pouring from an empty cup. I need to, yes, there's dishes that need to be done, laundry that needs to be done, this, that, and the other thing, but I really just need to go take a nap. And I said, I really just need some extra TLC right now. And so I went and took a nap. And when I woke up, my son had mowed the lawn. My husband did the laundry. He did the dishes. So, Taurus, it's okay to surrender some responsibilities and hand them over to somebody else to do once in a while. It's okay to take that, to check in with your body. And if your body says take a nap, go take a nap. If your body says meditate, go meditate. If your body's whatever, just again, follow the guidance. And I am going to surrender the need for validation. And I'm just going to know that I'm going to know that my inner knowing doesn't require validation. The only validation I need is the validation from spirit. And somebody else's comment was correct. If you don't follow spirit, if you don't follow your guidance, soon you will start to lose that guidance. So again, Tauruses, I love you. I thank you for your presence here. I thank you for all the connection in the last couple days. You guys are beautiful and awesome and wonderful. And keep going, Taurus. Just keep going. Keep moving forward. And with that, I will catch you next time.